Welcome to this episode where we put to the rest, we go through some of the items, we go through the first areas, we find more items, then we talk about them and what you do with them, and putting them in the re-rolling orb and the multi-stalker, and we found more runes and more gems. We tried to check out the first areas of the game. We checked all the side areas too. We checked out the Bloodmoor, the Den of Evil, the Cold Plains, the cave, burial grounds, the crypt, the mausoleum, the stony field, and Tristram this episode. We checked a lot of places, and then we are trying to figure, is there any reason to come here at the end of the game? Is there a lot of enemies here? No, there wasn't. I was surprised. The enemy density is so low in these areas, there's not too many enemies. In the stony field, it gets alright. But the first areas, I just ran through them. There's lots of shrines. If you find a gem shrine, that'd be the only reason. So later, I do a quick, it took like 6 minutes to run the place, and we found a whole bunch of stuff. Act 1, you do find a lot of materials if you're looking for jewels or charms or rings or amulets or dragon stones. You're definitely going to find them here, but these areas are probably terrible actually. Now that I've run them, I thought they were good, decent areas, but after making this video, I found out they're terrible, so probably the jail's really good. We're gonna find that. The underground passage, the dark wood, the black marsh, and then the outer cloister. Those will have a lot more enemies. Those will have a lot more items, probably. So these, just run for the gem shrines, maybe skip, and then we'll figure out if there's any. What about the rest of the act? The rest of the act, there has to be good places in Act 1. It can't just be all about the cows at the end of the game. It can't be. Last episode, we pretty much ran through the Bloodmoor. Yeah, and then we found some rare items and some, No, we didn't find any rare items. We only found blue items. There was no rare items. We found set items and unique items. That was it. Yeah, and then some, rings. Yeah, 'cause we bought the re-rolling orb. We went over here to Geed. That's right. Went over to Geed in Act 1. Why did we teleport? Teleporting so slow. Then we traded him and went, Geed, give us a re-rolling orb, and then we threw our rings and our amulets and our charms in there, and then we bought a multi-stalker, and we threw our dragon stone and our decipherers and our uniques and our sets that we didn't need anymore. We stored them in here, and then the runes, we threw those in the rune stalker, and then we threw the gems in the gem can, because we were going to save those, because we need all of those at the end of the game. And then we reorganized our inventory so we could tell what was here. Yeah, and then we put on burst of speed and vigor so we could actually move. And then we found a jewel. We need to keep all of the jewels. I don't know. I didn't throw it in there yet because we need actual jewels for recipes. And then scrolls, we just kept that in there because we don't need to worry about scrolls until we get to Act 5 at least. So here we go. Now what are we going to do today? Probably go through the cold plains and get some more items, and then look at more items and see what they do maybe. Yeah, try to figure more about the items. We got a pretty good basis of everything right now. There we go. So last time we cleared the Bloodmoor. That was really good because we just got a few items, so it was really easy to go through stuff and explain everything. Now let's go through the cold plains, a bigger area. There's lots of rocks to push over here and lots of chests. And you just click stuff. Yeah, and then a tail. You could throw that in the cube. And then lots of gold. I don't know what I should do with the gold. Maybe gamble or something. Maybe not. Yeah, so we clear the cold plains, and then we'll probably get more items, and then we could look at them and then see what they do. So I'm interested. Wow, another lottery, another set lottery. So they drop off of any super unique monster. So it's not just him, it's any super unique in the game. And there's a whole bunch of shrines here, so they could be that. There we go. So more magic items, more. Oh, there we go. We found our first rare item. We found a rare hand axe. I thought rare items didn't exist with 1,000 magic find. Oh, there's a jewel from a guy. We need jewels. The shrines weren't really good. It's good to check the shrines. Yeah, the enemies drop most of the items. It's not the rocks and it's not the chests, I guess. I was always tricked. I thought it was. Huh. Some more rocks. Yeah, it's just gold. Chests empty. Stamina. Oh, there's a deck. Oh, it's good. We could go through decals this episode, and then another ring. Sweet. Nothing in the chest. Yeah, and then the daggers. Those are really good to pick up if you need gold. Yes, maybe we'll just clear the rest of it and then see what the loot is. We've already gotten the basis of it. Maybe we'll see. We'll see if there's worth it. Another chip topaz. We'll keep that. Refilling shrine. Yeah, and then there is fallen camps here. It's a really small fallen camp. You got Fishy Wash maybe. Yeah, it draws blue items. Yeah, and then the Higa Chains. You pick those up. So we got Fallen Hearts. So then we cleared all of the cold plains. We still have the cave left and then maybe Blood Raven. But let's, yeah, there's the portal. Let's go back and see what the cold plains gave us anyways. So we actually did find some rare items. There was rare items this time. They didn't drop last time. I just picked them up for some reason. Yeah, and another short sword. So maybe because it's a low level unique, maybe they could only drop here. We only got those. So then we got just the rare items, I don't know. And then the Haga Chains, you pick those up. Those sell for almost 1,000 if it's not ethereal. If it has stuff on it. Yeah, and then the dagger is 1,000. It's just really good stuff to pick up if you're looking for gold at a low level. Yeah, and then we got another lottery for some reason. Wow, we got a lottery from him. Yeah, see? 777. Good for selling. And yeah, probably the magic items are going to be terrible at these levels, right? Cool, so what set did we get? I wonder if I had this. Did I need part of the set? Maybe. Oh, it's an assassin set, right? Okay. Is that right? Death's Cloak. Where did I... Oh, did I put it over here for some reason? Death's Cloak. So I never finished this set. I didn't know it was an assassin set. I'm still trying to figure stuff out. So we got the Death's Cloak card. We have a whole new set now. Death's Gloves, I had those. And then the Katara I didn't have before. Okay. So now we completed another assassin set just by killing the super unique. And then I don't really have any use for these, so we could just throw them in the multi-stalker, right? That'll give us more ancient decipherer points. And then this sword we don't need, and then these gloves we don't need. What else did we pick up? We picked up tails. Yeah, there's some tails. The crows drop tails. Yeah, and then just some coupons, and then some rings. Oh, we got a rare ring. Maybe I should keep the rings so I can see what stats are on them. And the Fallens give the hearts. And some chipped gems, and then a rune. Sweet, well, let's see what the next place drops. 34% extra gold. Yeah, because here the only gold jewel is level 1, so it's the best chance to get it, but then I guess maybe you don't get the other modifiers on it. Huh, well, I'm going to put these in the stash for right now then on page 100. Yeah, we'll keep them, and then we'll keep that in order then, maybe. Oh, and then here I should probably say this too, the coupons, you probably don't actually need them, but they sell for $5,000, so if you need gold at a low level, just sell the coupons. They sell for a lot, and you'll find a lot more of them anyways, don't worry about that. So then the cave was here in the cold plains too. It's a good place, there's lots of enemies here. I think there's stuff to push over, but it seems like all the stuff's from the enemies, right? It's just a bunch of blue items, chip sapphire. Yeah, I'll just keep all those, I guess. So eventually we'll get up to flawed sapphires when we get to closer to Andario, maybe? Yeah, maybe that's where the flawed ones start to drop. Yeah, and I'm not really going through any of these things here. We'll go through them more later in like a specific thing talking about the items. This is just how to collect the items and what do they do and where do you get them. What do you use them for? What drops them? What are good places besides the cows to farm stuff for materials? Yeah, these are nice and quick. It's definitely easy. You could do it on player 7, right? So you get all the drops. There's fallen encampments down here. These will probably drop a lot of stuff. Our shield is going to be useless. And no, they won't drop a lot of stuff. Okay. Oh, maybe the javelins. The javelins sell for a lot of money. Yeah, so what else is in here? Let's clear the cave. Let's go to the level 2. So there's lots of enemies in here. Wow, compared to the other two places. See another encampment? This is where all the encampments are in the cold plains. They all hide underground. In the stony field, they come up from underground and they're all more in the open. That's alright. Still another place, different scenery. Another dagger that sells for money. Wow, and then that's all actually all that we got from the level 1, but I wasn't really picking up too much. I just picked up a small charm and some stuff. Got a coupon. Wow, usually there's more stuff here. It's all random, because I know I did one run and I got 6 coupons in here, and I thought this was the place to get coupons in the game. But then I only got 1 coupon. Yeah, and then another run I got no coupons. So it's just killing all the enemies, I guess. Ancient Decipherer, we could use those. Yeah, the level 1's clear, the level 2 is pretty small, it's just these guys here. Yeah, then you just run over here. Yeah, and there's big groups of guys over here too. And they didn't drop anything. They drop lots of gold even though it's in just the cold plains, right? 3,000 gold. It's really good. That's just because we have 1,000% gold find and magic find. That's the only reason. It's really a good way to get more stuff. These chests don't work with magic find, I guess. Sometimes it might drop a ring or an amulet or a jewel. Okay, so that's the cold plains, and then the cave level 1 clear. Sweet. Wow, I didn't really get as much as I thought. Jeez. So most of it was in the top of the place then, I guess. Huh. Well, depending what you're looking for. And then maybe Blood Raven quick, and then 2 sides. So I guess the run of the cave, it gave us a lot of chip gems, because when you're rolling for the items, it could give you a chip gem or a jewelry or a jewel. So, yeah, or these things, I guess. Or a charm, yeah, or a coupon, but it rolled us a lot of gems, I guess. So, yeah, Blood Raven's really quick too, and then the 2 side areas. There's lots of stuff to hit in the side areas, as you will probably see pretty soon. So yeah, because the rare items, I guess they're not really good at low levels. Although in the Cold Plains there's 5 shrines, right? In the Bloodmoor there's 4, so there's good chance to get gem shrines or experience shrines. If you're looking for experience shrines, Act 1's really good. But now we're at the burial grounds. There's lots of archers here. These guys are like level 9 or something. It's oh, level 6. Why are they level 6? There's, maybe the archers are level 9. So different levels here. Yeah, this is really fast clear. I mean, you could pick up the gold because it's 1,000 gold, right? You need tons and tons of gold. You could buy gems with gold anyways. Yeah, I should be picking up the gold. There's a rune there. So there's a few groups of enemies. They're all champion packs usually. Oh, another rune. Yeah, and then maybe just clear the outside, I guess. 'Cause there's always enemies out here. Might drop you something. Yeah, and then we could go in and get Blood Raven, I guess. Here we go. Yeah, and then you just get all of Blood Raven down, right? Yeah, and then a hand axe. So I guess hand axes drop here. We got short swords. 4,000, 3,000 gold. It's a good amount of gold. Now the side areas then. Those are... So let's go into the crypt place. Yeah, let's check that out. Maybe you see if the barrels drop anything. I'm curious. The barrels dropped. Yeah, they do drop stuff. So see, an amulet. I got an amulet. Because I know these things on the ground, they drop so many things. Because I don't usually hit the barrels. Maybe we'll try hitting the barrels this time. See if they drop anything. The guy spawned out, and then the guy can drop stuff. So maybe that's something about the barrels. I don't know, hopefully they drop me something. I want to prove these barrels wrong, because I always avoid them. Enemy might drop. Barrels don't drop anything, do they? Are they going to be worth picking up? I don't know. Something else to do, I guess. There's a couple enemies. Oh, and then a unique small shield. Jeez, you get lots of uniques and sets with all the gold finds, so it's a good demonstration. See, another ring already. Because I did notice all the time this place is good for jewelry for some reason. This place here. You might get something from there. Oh, a shy rune. Okay, we'll pick that up. Burst of speed. Here we go. Oh, there's no chest. Nothing in the chest. The chest could contain stuff, I guess. It didn't this time. Yeah, these things always drop stuff. Chipped ruby, quilted armor, nothing really good. So, I don't know about the barrels. I haven't gotten anything from the barrels. Maybe I'm just not lucky. Sweet. So now we just got these areas then. Wow, it's almost clear already. This place is really small. Yeah, really quick added in, I guess. So might get a ring or an amulet. Yeah, nothing from the barrels. Interesting. caskets. These things might drop stuff, but they didn't. Sweet. What about the mausoleum? Yeah, and there's different kind of things they hit in the mausoleum too. They got things on the ground instead of caskets. So maybe Andario's place is really good in Act 1 then. There's just lots of those things. Lots more than in here. There's just some stuff to hit. They might drop you rings, they might not drop you rings. There's some guys back there. Got nothing in the barrels. Chipped amethyst and then a set light belt. Cool. I think we already have the light belt. Yeah, so the barrels aren't really doing what I want them to do. There's a guy maybe. Champion packs, 4,000 gold from a champion pack. And heavy boots. Nothing in this end. Oh. There we go, the defiled grave. Those always drop stuff. Yeah, every single time it seems like, okay, cool. They didn't, oh, a rune. They drop runes and amulets and rings. Yeah, the barrels aren't as good as I thought they were. Okay, and then there's a chest here. It always drops nothing. Yeah, and there's a boss. Oh, there was a necromancer's stone. Okay. The barrels aren't really the highlight of this run, I guess. It's mostly the enemies and the stuff you hit on the ground. So maybe in Act 1 we're going to come to the conclusion that we just find a place with lots of enemies or something. Maybe we're not going to worry about hitting all these stuff. Wow, that's clear already. Oh, we still have this one place, I think. That's already clear. Wow, so that was quick. Maybe we could just do the stony field, I guess. That's super quick too. And then we'll just have the underground pass in the dark wood. Maybe those places are better. Maybe there's more enemies in those areas. So I guess the first two areas actually not too bad. Yeah, in the Bloodmore we already put them in the re-rolling orb, but we did get like 2 rings, 1 amulet, a small charm, a large charm, and 2 grand charms just in the Bloodmore. And then we got the Dragonstone in the Bloodmore. Yeah, and then a couple other things. Yeah, those sets, some other things, and then some jewel gems. Yeah, so we got all these crafting materials just from the cold plains. And the stony field's quick. That's not going to give us as much, but it's a really small area. Well, there's lots of guys there. Maybe. What's the stony field like? The stony fields. Let's go burst of speed and then we just kill everything here. Yeah, fresh inventory. So let's see what drops in the stony field then. So these are going to be like long plays, and then eventually, maybe in one of the episodes, I'll just do a quick play of an act or something, and we'll see what the loot is. I don't know. Oh wow, coupon and a jewel. See, it's just all random. You could get nothing. But now we're getting all kinds of things. I guess there's lots of enemies in the stony field. Maybe it's better than the first 2 places. We'll have to collaborate and check everything in the end. So maybe if there's not too many guys in the first 2 areas, maybe it's more worth it to just stick to the places with more guys. We'll have to figure that out in this series, definitely. Cool. Yeah, so it is a big place then. I guess we're already at 130. Maybe I'll just do an abridged to open the chest. The chests don't have anything. Yeah, it's not the chest, it's the enemies. Yeah, and then he dropped a jewel, right? Just off of a regular enemy. It's not the chest, it's the enemies. Oh, and then I actually got a jewel from this rock, so I got my first crafting material from a rock or a chest. Oh, yeah, and then there's a fallen encampment here. Like, this encampment's probably twice as big as the other one, and I think there's 2 encampments in the stony field, maybe. Yeah, so lots of guys to drop items. There's a small charm we got, and then some bunch of gold. Oh, yeah, and then an amulet. We could use the amulet for crafting. And I don't know, just the daggers pick them up just because they're worth 1,000. Oh yeah, right, fallen encampment right over here. There's 2 of them. So this is really, really good. If we just were to leave and exit this game and then come to the stony field, then we could just kill these 2 encampments, and that'll be tons of drops. Tons of chances to get stuff. And then all these guys too. This place is just filled with enemies compared to the other 2 areas. What's in the chest? Nothing. Loose rock. Chipped obsidian. Barely anything. And then there was another 1, 2, 3 shrines here, so we could have found a gem shrine. We found an experience shrine if you're looking for experience. And then what was in Tristram? Yeah, Tristram's really small. Let's just do the normal route. Just go down here and then just kill all these guys. It could be anything. Yeah, there's a jewel off of the enemy, so that's really good. Use jewels. And Griswold, what does he drop? Unique item. Yeah. What's that guy? Rakinishu, he dropped a unique item too, so maybe with all this magic find, you get a really high chance of uniques and sets from the bosses. That's really good. Hagashane, you could pick that up for gold, and then there's just a couple guys here with a chipped. Yeah, so I'm not really going to get too much from this. It's such a small area. We've got like one jewel, one chipped light belt, another gem. Champion's going to drop us gold, probably. Yeah, they always drop gold. Yeah, so the Tristram, there's not too much in here, right? There's no enemies ever. It's always so barren in here. Yeah, but it takes 2 seconds. You just get like 2 items from Stonyfield, I guess. Or the Tristram, yeah. So what did we all get? Stonyfield. Yeah, Stonyfield is so small. You get such a small amount of items here. So we've got like a unique Rondachet, unique jawbone cap, unique belt, or a set belt. And then just some stuff to pick up. And then we got a ring, grand charm, and a coupon. And then we got some gems. Yeah, I'll just finish moving these over here. And then the Stony Field, it actually did work out too well. It was a really small area, but there was lots of guys there. It's really quick to run it, and we found 4 jewels, 5 to maximum damage. So this is the kind of stuff I was looking for. Requires level 3, 1 minimum damage. Requires level 3, 6 minimum damage. So I want to try to get the ranges. I would like to get 1 minimum damage. The highest is 8 minimum damage. So if we could find some cool jewels with 8 minimum damage, some rare ones, that'd be super sick for a level 3, I guess. Yeah, maybe minimum and maximum damage. That'd be a super sick jewel. Then we got some more coupons. This run, some charms. We could probably cube those and the rings, and then the gems. Yeah, we could throw them in the orb, I guess. And then these, we don't really need them. We could just throw them in here to the multi-stalker. Yeah, let's just throw everything in there and see what we got this episode. We don't need these in the inventory anymore. There, so that's pretty much everything that we got in this video from, yeah, the Bloodmoor we put in there, and then the Cold Plains, and then the Stony Field areas. We got lots of gems. Maybe the gems will add up if we got this many gems already. And we got some body parts, and then we got a bunch of runes, and then a whole bunch of coupons. There's the dagger we're looking for. So I know the low areas are the best chances to get the daggers and the chain gloves. That's probably what we want. Then we got a whole bunch of jewels, and this probably didn't even take that long. So here, let's put everything in the multi-stalker then. Let's add them to them. Let's add all the body parts. So we're going to have a whole bunch of body parts now. And then we could add the Ancient Decipherers. That's going to go up to 11, up to 12. There we go. Yeah, and then we have a bunch of runes. Let's just throw the runes in here for right now. We could take them out. Well, if you're starting out, maybe you could socket them into your stuff. Yeah, pick up all the socketed items. I didn't explain that yet, I guess. Yeah, I'll go through the socketed stuff later. Well, this is just gathering stuff. Yeah, and I'll just throw all the gems in here. So we just got 1, 2, and 1. How many gems are we going to have when they're all in here? Probably lots of points. Okay, yeah, so wow, we do have a whole bunch of gems. Maybe they do add up, picking up the chipped gems. Yeah, and then especially when they go to flawed, they're going to count as 3 at a time. Okay, yeah, so maybe do pick up the chipped gems. Maybe they do add up. And then we got more stuff here. So what do we do? I'm just going to see if I need any of these. Alright, perfect. And then I even got more items for, yeah, the episode when I go over what are all the unique items, what are all the set items. So I didn't have either of these shields. Now I have both of them. Yeah, just farming here, you're going to find a lot of the items that you don't need, or that you didn't have before. So now let's just throw all the uniques in the multi-stalker then. We don't need these anymore. It'll give us more dragon stones in the end. There we go. Now we have 14 decipherer points. Then what else is in here? Yeah, what's our page? 10. So now we just have some amulets. Maybe I should keep those for now. We could throw them in the re-rolling orb. Then the charms, I was going to keep those for now. And they've got a bunch of coupons. Then we got 82,000 gold. We could have gotten a lot more if we picked up and sold more stuff. Here we go. Yeah, now for the end of the episode, let's try to run all of those places and see what the total loot is from them. They don't take too long. And then we'll see what those places are, and then we'll move on to the rest of Act 1. Those places are probably good too, but there's definitely lots of materials in these places, just the first places. Yeah, lots of shrines too. If we find gem shrines, that would have been good. There we go, so we got a whole new game, we got a whole clean inventory. Let's run the Bloodmore quick, and then let's see what we get from there. Probably some more rings and amulets and jewels, hopefully. Got charms last time. So there's the loot from the Bloodmore, so I don't know, what would I rate it? Probably A-. There's not very many enemies. Yeah, there's so few enemies on those maps, and there's not really too many things to turn over, and then, yeah, the shrines didn't get anything. Maybe just run through it quick to check the shrines. Maybe that's it. Don't bother going down there. There's not enough enemies here. Did I add anything? I think I needed that set. Hassaroos. No, I had everything. Okay. Yeah, so I could just cube those. Throw those in the cube, maybe. There, and then I just took the dragon stones out, the decipherers, all those sets and uniques we put in there. So we got 2 dragon stones already too, and these other things. There we go. Yeah, so the Bloodmore, probably not too good. The Cold Plains, probably much better. Let's see, that'll drop better stuff. That'll get a better rating. So then let's do the Cold Plains quickly. There was a lot more guys in here. Yeah, and then the cave and all these things to turn over. So definitely better than the Bloodmore. Yeah, it's all the enemies in here. Short staff. Enemies. I didn't come here last time. Maybe there was some stuff I missed. Just a couple of guys. Okay. Yeah, so let's just jump to the loot then. Oh, buckler. Yeah, they drop lots of sets and uniques. Oh, jewels or charms or rings. Shrine. So maybe the Stony Field. Well, there's champions here. So pretty much the only thing is just this one fallen camp, but this fallen camp is so small compared to the other ones, so maybe the Cold Plains is not good. I thought it was a really good place, but then after making this video, maybe the Cold Plains is not a good place. Well, there's the Cold Plains upper areas, I guess. Well, there wasn't as many enemies as I thought there was. What about the cave? The cave's probably not too good either. Like, there's the one in Fallen encampment here, but it's underground and there didn't drop anything. Rare Higashane. Oh, and then there's a second Fallen encampment down here. Yeah, there's some bosses up there. Yeah, but then there was nothing dropped. The old jewel, emerald. Okay. Oh, and then a coupon. Coupon dropped. So there is this encampment, and then the other one maybe. It's still is kind of out of the way though, and then not as many enemies as the other places. And then level 2, there is more guys, I guess. And then the chest, which never drops anything, right? Yeah, it never drops anything. And then the jewel, and we got a grand charm down here, I guess. And then there was a few more guys over here. That was it. Another boss pack. See if they drop anything. Oh, a jewel down here. Okay, you could get jewels anywhere, basically. Just depends. Wow, so there's not that many guys down here. So him. That's it. Wow, that's okay. Cold Plains. Wow, not too good, I guess. I thought there was a lot more guys, and then yeah, we'll identify this, and then we'll do the burial grounds quick. I guess that's the last area. Oh, and then the Stony Field. Oh, and then I guess, yeah, I'm actually getting you low-level stuff, so maybe they are good for farming for low-level characters, because I never had that. Then I have this new weapon for an assassin, actually. Requires level 3, +1 to assassin, traps, attack speed, piercing attack, mana stolen per hit. So that's probably pretty good. I got lots of assassin weapons. I already had two of these, but the cold damage is different. Okay, yeah, so I probably got rid of those then. Yeah, and then we just put those in our inventory. Let's put these charms here. We'll just collect them for now. Yeah, I'll just throw those in the stalkers. Throw the gems over here. Yeah, so that's a really good mod. I was looking at all the modifiers. If you want to get Jewel for a level 1 character, a whole bunch of 20 poison damage over 1 second. If you socket a whole bunch of things, that'd be ridiculous if you find a good rare Jewel. Oh, but we did find a rare Jewel. What was the rare one? Level 3, maximum damage. Oh wow, so plus poison damage, plus a whole bunch of other stuff. It's level 3, but that's alright, I guess. cold resistance. So we found a good jewel, but you could find jewels anywhere. So then the stony field quick. This isn't turning out to all these first areas. So then the burial ground. Well, there was more enemies here, I guess. It didn't drop anything. There is big groups. Well, bigger groups than the other areas. I guess this is just the starting of the game. They probably get bigger as you go down the areas. Whether Act 2 or Act 3 probably has more prime areas, but there has to be prime areas in Act 1, right? It can't just all be low density monsters with no chests or anything. Well, I guess the only good thing about that was if you're looking to fill out your low level sets, you definitely get a lot of them because there's a new axe. So now I have a level 8, can have +1 to all skills and the chance to cast lightning or charged bolt on striking. Adds lightning damage and adds lightning damage per level. Wow, that's pretty ridiculous. It grows with your character. Yeah, and then these I'm just gonna throw in the multi-stalker. Yeah, because I already have those items. Don't really need them taking up space. I could get dragon stones out of them. Yeah, there wasn't really too many gems or anything, too many coupons. Yeah, so those places all terrible so far. Act 1's a disappointment. I'm surprised. Good thing I did this. I was gonna run Act 1 forever, but now that I did this, I know, no, terrible places. The Stony Fields, then the last place to revisit. This place was super small. Yeah, and there actually was more, there was a lot more enemies in this place, so over all three of these places, this place actually is decent then, I guess. This is the best place out of all of them. The other areas, they just have such low amounts of enemies. Yeah, and you can get tails here too. You can get all three of the body parts, I guess, from the beginning. Well, you can't get souls here, maybe. Yeah, there's just so many more enemies here, everywhere. Out in the open too. You don't have to go down to a cave or anything. Yeah, just another group of enemies. Oh wow, large charm. That'll help. More enemies. So yeah, this place definitely is a prime place, I guess, so far. Okay, alright, maybe it actually did work out, because they did find a gem shrine. I mean, if you keep running these places, maybe just to check the gem shrines, but what do I want? I need sapphires. I'm just going to use it to get my gems, because I need so you could take a blemish gem. 81 points. Wow, and then you could upgrade it to 243 points, so that's a lot of extra points. Okay, yeah, actually just take that to my inventory, right? I don't have any other gems. And I click the gem shrine, and then I get a perfect sapphire. Nice. Yeah, and then I can just throw that in there, and then I got a lot more sapphires now. 720. There we go. Yeah, so we found a gem shrine. There we go. Perfect. There's one good thing out of this then. Well, I got tons of jewels. Oh yeah, because I was right, because I had this fallen encampment right here. There was tons of guys here, and then this encampment over here with tons of guys as well. Wow. There's just guys everywhere in the stony field. Yeah, and then is the game going to drop you anything, or is it not going to drop you anything? Oh, and we actually got an ore, so that's really good. Ores for really good end game stuff, so those you could find anywhere in the game. So even in a stony field in Act 1 normal. More guys. So then we got all of this stuff ready. We got a whole bunch of charms and rings and stuff. Wow. I guess the first run we didn't get like anything, right? Yeah, and then going in here is probably pretty quick. Is it worth it? There's, well, groups of enemies here. There's some more enemies up here. It's grizzled right there. Group fallen here. Yeah, and then some more guys, I guess. And then another group up here. Maybe. Doesn't seem like there's a whole lot of guys in here. Oh, yeah, maybe there is. Maybe if you're running Stony Field, maybe it is worth it to come in here then. Yeah, and there's always the champions over here. Wow, there's a lot more guys there. A Grand Charm and a Jewel. And a Hig Chain if you wanted to sell two of them for gold. There you go. These guys holding all the good items. Yeah, they were just holding a small charm. See, good thing we ran in there and got that one guy. And then there was something up here, right? These guys. And then this place was empty, right? Yeah, usually more guys on Nightmare, maybe. Maybe it's lower on normal difficulty. Oh, there's more guys here. Another amulet. Good. Sweet. Yeah, so Stony Field, A+ out of these areas. Oh, the other areas, I don't know, like how the gem shrines, just check for the gem shrines. Don't bother killing anything. Don't go into the cave, the Den of Evil. Don't do the Blood Raven. Yeah, don't do those. Okay, Stony Field. This is the best place so far then. There we go. So this video definitely helped me anyways, because before I was going to run all of Act 1, but maybe that's not efficient. Let's just run this quick. Let's see, if I was doing an efficient run, I'd just be looking for gem shrines, right? Yeah, I don't need mana or scales or anything. So there's 2 shrines here, right? And then there's one near the end, because there's nothing here. These weren't shrines. Nope. Alright. Yeah, and then I don't know if I'd kill those guys. Maybe see if they drop a jewel or anything. And then the chests. I don't know about the chests. There wasn't anything in the chests, right? And I don't really care if I miss those guys, because there's not really too many enemies here at all. It's just so barren. Those guys. Gem shrine, ring. It's got 1 ring anyways. And then this shrine was an experience shrine. Okay. Lots of experience shrines. And I don't know if I'm going to hit these chests. Nothing in the chests ever. Right? Just spend all this time hitting the chests and killing these guys, and they don't drop anything. This was nothing. Okay. There we go. So, yeah, less than a minute. Cold Plains. Cold Plains didn't really have anything. There's a couple shrines here, right? Health Shrine. Portal Shrine. And there's a couple more here. There's 4 shrines in here. Maybe you should just be killing some guys along the way, but then it slows you down, right? Well, I guess the enemies drop all these, but more enemies later. Ancient Decipherer. Monster Shrine. Okay, and then what was this one? Refilling Shrine. That leads to Blood Raven. So let's just run over here. Maybe those guys will drop us a ring. Okay, cool. I'm pretty sure this is the Stony Field. Yeah, chests. Nothing in the chests. Nothing in the rocks. Yeah, perfect. Exactly what I was expecting. And then we're at the Stony Field already, because those places are probably garbage. This is where the enemies start appearing. Get the rock. There's a jewel in the rock. Okay. Sweet. Yeah, and then there's the fallen encampments here. That's right. These guys had lots of hearts. There was lots of enemies here. Another jewel. Sweet. Another ring. Yeah, just go to where all the enemies are then. Heart. Picking up garbage right now. Here we go. I mean, I'm picking up white items for some reason. I'm not going to bother with the chipped gems. Maybe I should, I don't know. It's just more picking up that you could be spending running around and killing stuff, I guess. There's no Goatman this time. Goatman was where all the enemies were before. I guess do different enemies spawn when you restart the game? Maybe. Maybe that's another thing. It's got a ring. Huh, not as many enemies here as in the other times. Yeah, it seems so barren. Experience Shrine. Okay, that shrine's nothing. Chests don't really have anything. Maybe a high rune. I mean, I might as well hit the rocks in the chests instead here. Here's quite hard. A jewel. Okay, there's a jewel. So this is just the beginning of the run. Maybe I'm gonna phase this out. Maybe there's no reason to come to the Stony Field at all. Maybe this is just a waste. Maybe there's other places with more compact areas, right? Or more enemies, I mean. Because it was filled up that one time, but now it's so barren this time, so that's not good at all. You're just relying on that one fallen encampment and then gem shrines, if the gem shrines appear or not. Refilling Shrine, there's a lot of shrines here though, so there is a good chance. There's the Goatman. Okay, and then the chest has nothing and the boulder has nothing. Yeah, very interesting about that. The chests don't actually have anything. Sword staff. Okay. Do we not kill all these guys here? Okay. There's a chest. Some more guys. A lot more guys. A lot more guys. Okay, here's all the guys. We found them. Set Qatar. Go pick it up. Here we go. I might as well just pick up the runes, I guess. We'll keep them. Yeah, so this place is all clear then, basically. We checked all the shrines, we checked all the enemies, then it was just Tristram left. Yeah. So those aren't really going to help us for endgame, all the chipped items, and then he didn't drop us anything. He dropped us some gold, maybe, but there's some enemies in here. He didn't drop us a jewel that time. He dropped us a jewel every single time. Huh, okay. Nothing really here. Oh, a Yeti scalp. Okay, we got our first scalp, so Yetis can drop scalps. So that's good news. We got a new type of body part anyways. Yeah, and then I guess there was just these groups here. Oh, and then a socket donut. Wow, socket donut's really good to get then. Even though, yeah, it saves you $67,000. And you get the champion packs over here, and then the small charm. Yeah, they dropped something this time. And then sometimes there's guys over here. Yeah, another boss pack. Okay, it didn't drop us. Never. Well, it's always good to check, I guess. And then we got a ring. Wow, so that took like 5 minutes, 6 minutes. Okay, what did we get? Got a whole bunch of stuff. And that was really quick. We didn't find any gem shrine. We identified these, but yeah, so that was really quick. We got, oh, I need that, I think. Or maybe I don't. Yeah, I already have that, but it's good to have more of them because it's a level 1 magic find set and gold find set. Really good for level 1 characters. Yeah, and then the staff. I probably have the staff, and yeah, I have that. Okay. Yeah, and then we picked up that socket donut, so you could use those to socket any item, any unique or set, a rare or crafted, or a magic weapon or armor. You can add sockets to it. Yeah, and you don't have to, you can keep the space, you can use your multi-stalker, you can store the socket donuts in there too, you can even store those in there. So, there we go. Yeah, we got all of this just from running the Act 1, just the first 3 areas, so you do get lots of stuff, but we did find out that the Bloodmoor and the Cold Plains, they're not very good, they're just good for the shrines maybe. And then the Stony Field, that's really good, there's lots of enemies. Well, usually there wasn't too many enemies this time. And the Tristram, that's alright, there's enemies, but maybe the underground passage in the Dark Wood and the Black Marsh is better. Yeah, I don't know about clearing the Stony Field, maybe just the shrines, just a quick run through, but we have the first part of Act 1, a run through, because I'm just trying to figure out Act 1, can we run Act 1, just a quick run through some areas with lots of enemies to get good items, just so we're not running cows all the time, hopefully. And then Act 2 and 3, 4, yeah, all those are probably going to be better. There's probably going to be so many enemies in the River of Flame and the City of the Damned, the Outer Steppes, there's tons of enemies there. This is only Act 1. This is only the terrible areas of the game.